In this video, I'm going to be giving away 5 signed copies of my new book called Essential Tennis: Improve Faster, Play Smarter, and Win More Matches. I haven't been on to do a live stream in forever, and I've got some copies here that the publisher sent me. Play Smarter. And sorry about that. All right, guess the live stream is working. So I wanted to jump on, give a bunch of those copies away. And also just generally say thank you to all of you that have been supporting the book, that have been supporting Essential Tennis, forever. And so I just wanted to give some of you a copy who've been following and supporting for a while. So 2 quick things first before we do the giveaway, and we're going to do it live, by the way. We're going to figure out who's going to win the 5 free books right now. In just a second. I just want to give people just a minute or two to jump in. So before we get to the giveaway, just 2 quick things. First of all, I just want to say thank you so much to all of you who have been in the Essential Tennis community forever, that have been supporting the book and that have been enjoying the book. It's funny, it's a 5-year project writing the book, and you just don't know for sure what the response is going to be like. I mean, of course, like Joel and I, my co-writer, like we put in thousands of hours into putting this book together and making it as powerful and effective as possible. But you just don't know until the book comes out. So the fact that it's got a 5-star rating on Amazon, it's got over 100 5-star reviews now is incredible. So I just wanted to say thank you to all of you who have already picked up a copy and have already been enjoying it and already seen results. I just wanted to say thank you so much to everybody who's been leaving reviews, and it just really means a lot to me, the support. So thank you so much. So number 2, if you already have a copy, hey, what's up, Doug? Everybody, make sure to go check out my interview with Doug Miles Media on YouTube. If you already have a copy and you'd like it signed, and we'll get to the giveaway here in just a second, but if you already have a copy and you'd like it signed, I just set this up. And I'm sorry, this is United States only. I know we have a lot of international viewers and listeners, but the postage just becomes really problematic cost-wise, and also how long it takes if I do cheap, shipping and so on and so forth. Here in the United States, it's pretty easy and cost-effective to ship a book. There's just something called media mail that the United States Post Office has. So if you already have a copy and you'd like me to sign it and send it back to you, all you have to do is mail your copy to this address, or if you don't have a copy yet, or if you want to get another copy, you can go to Amazon, order a copy, send it to this address. And then this is really important. Don't just send me your book. You have to make sure that I know who the book is coming from and who to mail it back to. So email me at ian@essentialtennis.com and just tell me your name and the mailing address that you want me to sign your book and then send it back to. And if you do that, then I'll sign it and I'll ship it back to you for free. So all you have to do is just get me your book. I'll sign it, send it back to you for free. If you already have a copy, just please make sure to send an email to ian@essentialtennis.com and let me know who you are, who to sign it to, and what address to send it back to. Okay, so with those things out of the way, let's see. You guys ready to do the giveaway here? So I'm going to give away 5 free copies right now. It's going to happen right now, and I'm going to tell you who the winners are. So everybody, get ready. I'll put up the instructions here in just a second. So everybody get ready. It's going to take you like 5 seconds to enter, but the fastest 5 people are going to get a free signed copy. I haven't done this before, so we'll see how this works. So if everybody's ready, tell me if you're ready in the chat, and I'll put up the instructions. Hey, what's up, Christian? Gatsa, what's up? Brian, hey, what's up? Doug, thanks for the conversation. Thanks for the interview. It was really fun talking about tennis, about a little bit about the history of tennis, the future of tennis. Okay. All right, everybody ready? Let's see. Let me get the instructions up here. All right, here we go. It's just 3 simple steps, and I'm going to give away 5 copies right now. And by the way, this is international. Since I'm just doing 5 of these, if you're outside of the United States, I'll be happy to send these 5 copies international. So no matter where you are in the world, you can enter this right now. And if you're watching the replay, then sorry you missed it, but I will still be happy to sign your copy of the book if you just follow the instructions I posted just a second ago. All right, what's up, Andy, Brian, Paul, Javi, Johanna? Hey, what's up? All right, here we go. Here's the instructions. All right, the speed is everything here. The first 5 people. All right, you ready? All right, here we go. So to win a free signed book, all you have to do is this. Just email me right now. Email me your name and your mailing address. Put YouTube giveaway in the subject and send that to Ian at Essential Tennis right now. And I've got that inbox open right here on another screen. And the first 5, I'm sorry, there's definitely more than 5 of you are going to send this in right now. But I just have 5 copies right now that I have available. And so the first 5 to hit my inbox, I'll sign a book no matter where you are in the world and send it to you. So do it now. It's got to be the order in my inbox. Yeah, I'll ship it anywhere. John, you better get on it. It's probably too late already. A lot of times we use Gmail for our company email. A lot of times it takes a little bit to update and refresh. So it might take a couple minutes for me to announce the winners here, but we'll keep the stream going and I'll let you know who won. So yeah, I'll ship anywhere. But just for these 5, So that's all you have to do. Email me your name, your shipping address. YouTube giveaway has to be in the subject. Otherwise, I don't know that it's from this stream. So make sure you put YouTube giveaway in the subject. And just send that to Ian at EssentialTennis.com. All right, let me refresh the inbox here and see. Yeah, none of the new messages are coming through yet. A lot of times it takes, I don't know, Gmail is kind of finicky sometimes. I don't know if any of you use Gmail and you try to like email yourself something and it takes like 5 minutes or 10 minutes. So it might take a couple minutes. But we'll go out. I'll do a little Q&A or anything you guys want to talk about. Hey, what's up, TJ? So we'll stay on the stream here. I'll let you guys know who the first 5 are. And it's just the first 5 that come in through the inbox. That's going to be who I send a book to. Christian, I started playing tennis when I was 10 or 11 or so. It started out just in like local park tennis courts with my brother, like friends. We would walk over to the park and play tennis together. Also, my parents had their old like wooden rackets with like the screw down like presses in the garage. So we would use those on the driveway sometimes and hit back and forth. That's how I started. Hey, Court Level. Hey, keep up the good work with your videos. Where do you, out of curiosity, Court Level, where do you get your content? Where do you get like the actual clips from? Oh, okay. So the first one came in here. So I won't write down last names. Okay, first couple. So Tom C. This is number 1. Tom in Sweden. Wow, nice job, Tom C. In Sweden. You are winner number 1. Let's see here. We've already got 5 in, by the way. Hold on, I want to make sure I'm going in order here. Let's see. So Tom was the first one in. There's like 10 emails in already, so it's just going to be the first 5. The second winner is Paul B. in Ohio. Congratulations, Paul and Tom. All right, I want to make sure I get the correct order here, so just bear with me. It's going back to the inbox. All right, the third is Vin in Louisiana. Nice. I don't think I've sent anything to Louisiana before. That's cool. All right, so Vin, you're number 3. Number 4 winner is Christian A in New York, in the Bronx, New York. That's cool. Vin, just so you know, Vin L in LA. All right, so we got one more here. Whoever was next. I'm sorry to everybody else. Like there's a bunch of emails that came in, but it's just the first. I just have 5 copies today. I'll get more in the future. All right, we got Christian. All right, here's number 5. Number 5 is Javi. All those smiley faces you've sent over the years, they paid off in Texas. All right, so those are our winners for. Let's see, how do I do this for today? Congrats, everybody. There we go. All right, so that's our 5 winners for. Again, that was just the first 5. The rest of you that emailed in, I'm sorry. Oh wow, there's actually a lot. There's probably like 30. There's 30 or so. So I'm sorry to everybody else. That's the number of copies I have for today. But I'll do this again in the future. So Brian, Evan, Hashim, Gatsuya, I see you there. Cobb, Miles, John, Brian, Andy, Raymond, Scott, Cody, Nikita, JM, Sumitra, Liam, Kin, Stefan. So I'm sorry, all the rest of you guys. Thank you for entering, for emailing. Sorry you didn't make the first 5, but I really appreciate you just being here and supporting and being part of the community. Really means a lot to me. So if you already, again, I just want to say this one more time. If you already have a copy of the book, these 5, I'm going to sign and mail you a copy. I'll probably get to that this weekend. I'll probably get to the post office and send those out. If you already have a copy of the book, I just want to say this one more time. This is just an open offer for anybody inside the United States. All you have to do is send your book here and make sure to email me your address here, and I'll be happy to sign it and send it back to you for free. All right, so I'll hang out a little bit longer here, do a little bit of Q&A. I'm curious if court level tennis. Yeah, court level tennis. So you recorded all those clips yourself? Everything that you post? That's really cool. Nice job. Is it Johanna or Johanna? Probably Johanna if you're in Sweden, right? Nice job. Greatest. Well, hopefully it's not actually the greatest day of your life. I'd feel a little bad about that if it was actually the best day of your life. All right. What strings do I play with? I'm playing with Diadem Solstice Black strings. They're a full poly. They're a shaped poly. I think they're like a 5-sided. Was that pentagon, right? 5-sided shaped poly. Let's see if we have any other. Yeah, Javi, number 5. Just barely made it in. There's probably 30 people. High school player. I coach high school players. What chapter could you suggest to get them hooked reading your book? I'm planning on getting a few copies for the team. Thanks, Brian. That's really nice of you. I appreciate it. High school players. So I would probably say, so if they're on your team and they're a fan of tennis, then I would recommend the chapter about Nadal. Just because Nadal is like so incredibly likable, he's so popular, and so that I think that's chapter 1, the domination delusion, about Nadal's domination at the French Open. So let me just read that really quick for everybody. So there's this chart inside the book. I talk about how this probably isn't going to show up. Oh yeah, it is a little bit. There's this chart showing Nadal at the time that we wrote the book. We were talking about the streak that Nadal had won at the French, where let's see he had won 9 French Opens at that point, I think, when we were putting this together, and so he was 59-1 at that point. So here, listen, these stats are super incredible and super revealing. So at the point we put this together, we were looking at a study of points that he had played at the French Open. He played 60 matches and won 59 of them. So that's a winning percentage of 98%. And so it's easy to assume, like, holy crap, like Nadal, like in order to be like an incredible tennis player, I just have to win and win and win and win and win. It's easy to watch Nadal or Serena or Federer, whoever is like crushing it at the time, and just kind of get this picture in our head that we've got to just be constantly winning. Well, out of those 60 matches, he won 196. I'm sorry, he played a total of 196 sets. He won 177 of them and lost 19. So that's a 90% win percentage. Still super high, impressive. But when you go down to games, he won 1,169 and he lost 635. So now we're down to a 65% win percentage on games. And then when you go down to points, so just point by point for Nadal, just at the French, just those 60 matches, he won 6,465 points and he lost 4,920 points. So 56%. So we're talking about like the most dominant athlete possibly in any sport, at least at a certain, venue, on clay at the French, probably ever, like in sports. And he won 56% of his points. So he won just over half, just a little bit over half. And I think that's so revealing for tennis players just to realize that you're going to lose almost half your points, even in the matches that you kind of dominate and crush people. All right, sorry, kind of getting off on a tangent here. But anyway, Brian, I'd recommend Chapter 1 because A, Nadal is like very like well-loved and super popular. And B, I think it's really revealing for tennis players. So yeah, so I'd recommend check out Chapter 1. Super easy. First time I've ever won in tennis. Hopefully that's also not that's not literally true, Johanna. Thanks. Yeah, congrats to the winners. Yeah, man. I've heard it's super intense heat there. Thank you, Javi, for pre-ordering a copy. I appreciate it. Nice. Yeah, that's nice of you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I'll make sure to put a smiley face when I sign your copy. How long have you been commenting on our videos? I mean, a bunch of years for sure. Yeah, Vin, you're welcome. Yeah, you're welcome, Brian. Thanks for sharing the book with your high school players. I really appreciate that. Oh man, yeah, Matt Bradshaw is amazing. I had a super good time hanging out with Matt and Pete down in Atlanta. Really, really good guys, and I mean they're super genuine. Like you never know for sure when you're into a YouTuber, how real they actually are, how real they're being. And I can really say like 100% with Pete and Matt, like their like passion and their enthusiasm and like just how much they love the game. Like they're really doing it because they really truly love the game. It was just so much fun hanging out with them. It's still not be annoyed when I lose a point. When I lose a point 2 sets and 5-0 up. Yeah. I mean, that would actually be annoying. If you're up 5-0, yeah, at that point. Since the podcast, I'm still doing the podcast. It's kind of, unfortunately, it's kind of hit or miss when I publish podcasts. It's kind of when I have the time. But yeah, I've been doing the podcast since 2008. Any of you who don't in case you didn't know, I've been doing a instructional tennis audio podcast since 2008, and there's 370 or 380 episodes or something like that. So wherever you get podcasts, it's on Spotify, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. You mentioned you quit your job at the club. Wow, man. Yes, you've been listening for a long time. Holy cow. Yeah, that's so I recorded that. Yeah, so my daughter, let's see, just became a new dad. Man, yeah, so I'm gonna have to go back and listen to that. So that was in February, or no, that would have been in April of 2011. Is when I quit my teaching job to do Essential Tennis full time. But I also remember my daughter being born in February and of 2011. And I left the hospital. I went 3 years. I went 3 years without missing a Monday. I used to upload the podcast every Monday. And I went 3 years without missing a Monday. And my daughter was born, let's see, she born on a Saturday or a Sunday? It probably would have been Sunday night. And so I went home on that Monday to get supplies and stuff, for my wife. She was back at the hospital, and I did a podcast. I recorded. I'm gonna have to see what topic that was, but that would have been in late February, 2011. That's maybe my most memorable podcast recording. Daughter was just born, came home for supplies, and I sat down and did a quick podcast, uploaded it, and then went back to the hospital. But yeah, 2 months later, I quit my teaching job to do content full time. So yeah, that was a long time ago now. Is it fair to say he won most crucial points? Yeah, so that's the really interesting part about tennis is that you get 1 point for each, there's no 2 point or 3 point shot in tennis. So it's like every point on paper is worth the same, and yet some points are very much higher value than other points. And so there's no question that like the best competitors, from professional all the way on down to the rest of us, like normal tennis players, there are some players at all levels that just seem to have a knack for just like bringing their best tennis during the most important points. And there's no question, even among elite, world-class players, Nadal definitely just has a special ability to be able to do that. I've definitely classified that under like mental toughness. It's a skill. Like it's something that over time you learn how to have that kind of resiliency and focus and determination. And like obviously all those words are Nadal, words. So yeah, I'm a huge fan of his for that reason. All right, I'm just gonna hang out for another minute or two, guys. I've actually got a bunch of videos I have to record today. And I don't want to use up too much of my voice before I get to that long stretch of content I need to record today. Have you ever had to conquer fear of being on camera? Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, you got to understand, I've been on camera for 11 years, like on a very routine, regular basis. So it's very much like tennis, court level, where it doesn't go away, but your relationship with it changes. So like when I go play a match now, even though I've played, I don't know, probably thousands of matches. I got to think at least 1,000 matches probably throughout my life. I still get really excited for it, but I'm not bothered by that excitement anymore. People who don't have good mental toughness, who don't have good relationship with competition, they feel that those like butterflies or excitement or like whatever you want to call it, and they decode it or they read it as like nervousness or like anxiety, and it makes them it causes them to escalate like negatively, and they start saying to themselves, oh no, I'm nervous, like, oh, I gotta try to tell myself, oh, it's not important, like it's not a big deal, or like everybody's in their underwear or something. You try to distract yourself from like the feeling. Somebody who's a really quality competitor feels the same thing. Like it doesn't go away. You still feel that excitement inside, but it causes a really good competitor to escalate positively. And they say, all right, like I'm feeling like I love this. They love the feeling. And it's like, all right, now I know this is important to me. I'm pumped up. I'm ready to go, and it causes them to narrow their focus. And so, and I talk about that a bunch in the book, in the mental toughness section. So for me, being on camera is the same thing. Like when I sat down this morning to do this live stream, like I still get, excited for it, knowing that I'm going to record something, people are going to see it. A lot of people are going to watch and like judge me and, whatever. Like it is what it is, right? After 11 years, like you just kind of know all those things. And so it doesn't go away. And so some people feel that feeling and they think they're scared and they're afraid. And you use the word fear. I still feel the same feelings, but like I actually like relish it now and I enjoy it and it's exciting. Like I get to do that. It's not something I'm trying to avoid. Like it's something I've done enough times and seen positive outcomes and like positive results. The excitement doesn't go away, but your relationship to the excitement gets more and more positive. So yeah, it's the same thing as playing matches, and same thing as playing matches on camera. Like it's all the same thing. Like after a while, you get used to it, but you still feel the same feelings. Oh man, so it took over 5 years, Christian. The person I worked with on the book, Joel, he is a writer and a publisher and a tennis player, a tennis fan. And he helped me take all of my most important ideas and like concepts and put it into like a real book. So this isn't just like a transcription of my videos and like, oh, just copy and paste it into the book. Like it was really written by like a real writer, all 38 chapters. And I worked very closely with him on it. So basically I sent him like 150 pieces of content to start 5 years ago. We narrowed it down to 38. That's how many chapters are in the book now. And then he was responsible for putting it all together, writing it in a really engaging, like fun to read way, connecting all the chapters and making it kind of flow together like one piece of content. And then we signed with a publisher, and then that was about 1.5 years, the whole process of like giving them the content and then them working with it and formatting it and editing it and getting out all the mistakes that we missed and our editor missed and so on and so forth. And so the whole process is, I don't recommend it. It was extremely hard. It was not so much that it was like difficult, but it was just kind of a grind. Like it just dragged on and on and on. And so it was a big challenge for me because I'm used to things happening very quickly, and this was the opposite. It was very, very slow. Marie, yeah, there's a chance. It depends on how many sell and if the publisher feels like it's worth it. But it's definitely possible. It's off to a good start. So it's definitely possible it'll be translated. I can't tell you for sure at this point. Like it's only been out for a couple weeks. But yeah, so we'll see. Go Right Now Men's. Yeah, it has to be Nadal. Like I don't see how you can argue like at this moment in time. I don't see how you could possibly argue for Federer or Djokovic. I think Djokovic has the best chance long term to in terms of like 5 years from now. But he's kind of shaky, in terms of his personal life and like mentally, emotionally. And so it's going to be really exciting to see what happens. But as of this moment right now, yeah, you have to say Rafa. His head-to-head against both Djokovic and Federer and the Grand Slam title or count, the total, I don't see how you can argue for either of the other two. Yeah, so I mean, Federer obviously is super enjoyable to watch. Recently, Alcaraz I've enjoyed watching a lot. He's smart, but also incredibly like fluid and athletic. I mean, the big three have been it's been such a privilege to be able to watch them over the years. All right, somebody in Estonia actually likes the beard. All right. I've gotten so much crap. I started growing this back in December, and I mean, it was not easy for me. Like, I don't have the genes, you know. I don't have a full I don't have full, facial hair. So it took a long time to just figure out like where it was actually going to like come in and not come in. And so I just had to kind of commit to it. And along the way, there's a lot of people that are not a fan. So it's nice to have one Beers fan in Estonia. That makes it all worthwhile. Actually, no, I grew it because my wife likes it. So that's the only reason why I grew it. So anybody who doesn't like it, that's fine. If you hate it, that's fine. I grew it for my wife and not for you. I've never been to Puerto Rico, no. I'd love to. I've seen a lot of really good things about it. Hey, thanks, Em. I appreciate it. Hey, all right, 2 fans of the beer. But it's been a lot of experimentation and just kind of like just trying stuff. Because yeah, the first couple months, like it was super patchy. Like it was not good the first couple months. Hey, thank you. Sharia? Thank you. So really quickly, before I sign off, I'm going to sign off because I got a bunch more videos I need to make today. But one more time, really quickly, if you already have a copy or you're going to order a copy and you'd like me to sign it, and I'm sorry, I can only do this in the United States, but just send your copy to this address, or if you're ordering a copy now, just have Amazon send the copy to this address, to Essential Tennis, and then just send a quick email and just say, hey, I just shipped a book to your mailing address. Here's my name, here's my mailing address, so that I know where to send it, and then I'll sign it and ship it back to you for free. So, just one more reminder on that. Big thank you everybody who came out today. Congrats to the winners. Again, winners Tom C, Paul B, Vin L, Christina A, and then Javi C. Congrats to the winners. You guys were the fastest emailers. And thank you. Thank you, everybody, for hanging out today. Haven't posted in a while, so I just appreciate you being here. Really appreciate that a lot. And I have plans. The channel's going to change, and I'm just going to leave it at that for today. But the stuff we start to upload on this channel is going to shift. And I don't know when the next video is going to upload, but it's going to be different format, a little bit different focus. It's just time for me to change gears and do something a little bit different, mix it up a little bit. So I hope you guys like it. Thanks for your support, and I'll see you guys in the next upload. Take care, and thank you so much for your support with the book and the channel and everything else. It really means a lot to me. Take care.